Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
How were you doing today?
It's gloomy out there today, man. It's raining here, and I'm down on Kendall Drive.
We got a little bit of rain, but I mean the sun is already back up. So and I already see we have a nice attendance here and on Facebook Live. For those of you turning in early, good morning. Thank you for being early risers. We will be going live promptly at 9 a.m. If you have any questions that you can ask them right here, or you can ask them on Facebook Live, no matter where you're watching. Adriana says, good morning, Joaquin. See, how come you get the good mornings?
Well, I was here already.
Okay, and Rose says, good morning to all. I am today having my espresso in a lovely Chicago espresso cup.
Very nice. I've already done 2 of these.
And I have my backup coffee next to me, so I got coffee on coffee. Just, we gotta keep it going. Yep. For everybody, if you saw my video yesterday, calendars are about to go out. And if you know, and let me say, if you're not a Canvas agent, it doesn't matter. My information and Joaquin information is public. You can go ahead and send us a message, and we'll send you the calendar. But all of the training we're doing this month will be virtual and live. I mean, there's a couple of things that we're doing private, company-wide. But if you want to participate in those, you send a message and we'll send you the link. But we spitball and talked about what we can do this month to work out with this new environment. So today is tech tips to keep your business going. And on Friday, it's keeping a schedule while working from home. So, Joaquin, without further ado, good morning, and we're live, my friend.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah.
We've talked about a few topics before. I think today we're going to dive deeper into the KV core, correct?
The KV core. So today, for all of you guys watching, when tech tips to keep working from home, we want to show you, since first of all, everybody, you need to be safe. You need to follow the guidelines. I get a lot of calls from a lot of agents that we're still doing business. You got to follow the rules to be safe. So the purpose of this presentation today is what tools and tips can you use to stay in business while you are in this forced vacation, right? So we're going to talk about our own internal platform, KV Core, which is one of the components that we have in our tech. And Joaquin is going to dive into that. And as he dives into that, I'm going to be stealing it away from him. And I'm going to be talking about apps that if you don't have on your phone, you should have on your phone right now that can make the next 30 days go easily by and help you do new business and continue the business that you got going on. So it's talking about our internal systems, plus talking about all the apps and things that you gotta be doing to continue doing business. Everybody's got to remember the worst thing you can do right now it's become an ostrich. I think Joaquin, is bury your head under the sand and wait for everything to go away, because everything will go away. I mean, me and him are not gonna get into talking about the medical implications, because neither me and Joaquin have gone to medical school. I don't know, Joaquin has a scientist degree from MIT on the side, but I don't. So I'm not gonna touch any of the implications of the virus. So we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about things that you can do. This is the situation that you're on right now. So let's work through the situation. So a lot of the calls I get are, people are still doing business. By the way, there were 2 sales written yesterday, almost 3 sales written completely virtual yesterday. So we're going to talk about that. But Joaquin, if you're sitting at home, you got your routine, you got your coffee, and you're going to get started. What is the first thing you should be doing at 9 a.m., when you're sitting in front of your computer?
Well,
not Netflix, no Netflix, by the way.
No, Netflix. I've already gone through the Tiger King guy, so I'm already done with that.
Don't tell me I just started.
Talking about it. What's that? You just started? I won't throw it. I won't do anything there. But it's that's been like the big talk these last few weeks. So what I always do in the mornings first is open up my CRM and see who's shopping. And I have found that a lot of the people that I have been working with over a little bit of time have been going in and looking at properties. A lot of the people that were thinking about buying, people that had tried to qualify before and didn't, and we're waiting to get them qualified because they need to fix credit. People that were just starting to look are still going in and looking at homes. So the first thing I always do is my CRM, and then I take a peek at OpCity to see what's going on with that.
So for you
which
guys,
is another CRM when you think about it.
Yeah. For you guys following along, a CRM is a customer relationship management. And that acronym is customer relationship management. And it's exactly what it does. It's there to help you with your customers, to maintain the relationship with your customers. We in Arctic have a very robust CRM. So Joaquin, so you mentioned your funnel, the funnel that you have active right now is you mean shopping? They're looking at homes in all of the websites that you have running right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I have people at one point out of Fort Lauderdale. I had put in a large amount of people that were looking for a rental property. So I still have them, and I've been drip marketing them with why rent when you can buy, and also to keep track, because if they want a rental, then of course we want to help them with that too. But yeah, I have all kinds of different stages in my CRM, and pretty much I'm working to see, trying to feed all of them information, including in this opportunity. A lot of people are having issues. Either they have questions about interest rates, or they have questions about if you have older customers in your CRM, which you should, and they are worried about paying their mortgage, or they're hearing all the news, you want to be able to give them information. So I've been doing that too. I created a page. I created an email, more importantly, for this conversation, where I've been sending information to everybody in my CRM about where to find assistance for those of you the people that stopped working.
Okay. So if you're listening to him, there's people still looking. There's our buyers are still looking. When I've been saying in every single video, you cannot hit pause on your business. You cannot hide onto this passes over, because this will pass over. So a couple of our agents, Joaquin, what they've been doing is with the CRM. Yeah, there's already pictures on the MLS, and you can share an MLS pictures and whatever. But they're requesting from the listing agents to get from the owners videos, walkthrough videos, little snippet videos of the homes, and it's literally working. I mean, they're asking the listing agent, hey, reach out to your owner and send me back a couple of videos, because some homes do have a virtual tour, some don't. But even that agent, that owner's video, it's a different perspective of a showing, because that owner is going to show what he's more pride in the house. So a couple of our agents have done it, and actually one of the contracts written yesterday, it was based literally on video. The buyer has not seen the house inside. He's seen about 22 minutes of video on 2-minute segments, and the contract is subject to them seeing the house the day of the inspection. So what's your take on that, on requesting owners to send you multiple videos of the homes to share?
I like that idea. Of course, it's safe to do it that way. But one of the things that I always bring up with new people in the business, and even some people that have been around for a while, is that we usually put our own standards in front of what we would do. So if you keep thinking, I would never buy a house that way, and you don't go out and do it, you're not going to get the business. So, don't use your personal experience, your feelings about that situation to stop you from going out and doing something like that. If there are people that are willing to buy a home that way, let them, get out there and
don't turn down the business. If someone is interested in a property, and you just explain to them, listen, because of their current situation, maybe the seller is not letting us walk through the property, but however, we can submit an offer subject to inspections and seeing the property. And then, if you get there and if the inspector get there, you walk and you don't like it, you can, terminate your contract and walk away.
Correct.
You also mentioned in your first, it was literally, we just touched CRM and you open a whole list of things for me to go through.
Well, that's what happens with technology. It offers so many different facets that this tends to happen.
Yeah. So another thing outside video that I have seen is our agents sharing their lenders, and we have a preferred lender, CMG, sharing their CMG app with their pipeline of buyers to get them to get pre-qualified. Are your buyers they're looking now? Are they, you think, just lookers, or they were already in that stage that it's going to take 3 to 6 months to incubate for them to pull the cord and
well, I have different levels, but when somebody's looking to buy a home and they and they've gone out already and they've seen something, or they've checked on a property, even if it's online, and they start picturing themselves being in their own home, nothing stops them. That's a very should I use the word contagious? That's a that's a feeling that's hard to get rid of. When you start looking at properties and you start seeing yourself with your own garage when you've never had a garage before, a backyard for your kids, and you start seeing that dream and seeing that it's there, this isn't going to stop anybody. That's something that everybody wants. And once they get started in that path, they're not going to stop. They'll keep looking. So yeah, I have them in different stages. Yes, the virtual tours that you said are out there with pictures. You can have people FaceTime if they want to. If it's a vacant property, you can always go out and FaceTime them yourself so that they get all the nooks and crannies of the home, and they can talk to you and ask you to go back and show you a different part of the room, stuff like that. I know there's a couple of agents out there that are doing that have been going out almost every day.
Yeah, no. We have a few that following the guidelines and protocol are following for it. So then my first app was you need to get a lender that has a branded app to you, that is your information, to get your clients pre-qual. Like I said, we work with CMG, the entire CMG group. I'll tag them at the end of this video, but they will give you an app that is a very solid app where literally the client can get completely pre-qualified, submit documents, do the entire mortgage process sitting from home. So then when you make that offer, the next question I get asked a lot is, hey, Ernesto, how do I make that escrow deposit? How do I make that escrow deposit? What do I do? I gotta take escrow. I gotta make this solid. So we work a lot with Stewart Title and Erica Inez from Stewart, and they have a nifty little app that I'm gonna butcher the name, SocoCam.
I don't know if I've seen it. I haven't tried to say it, so I'm not sure.
SZOZZOAM, SoCam. So SoCam gives you the opportunity to deposit that escrow check directly into Stewart and get instantly almost an escrow letter on that offer. So if like Joaquin said, when they fell in love with a house and they're like, hey, Joaquin, I want to make that offer now. You already pre-qual me. I got to move forward. And Joaquin is like, well, I don't want to go meet these people right now. Yeah. So the consumer can install that app and deposit that check, or Joaquin can install that app and deposit that check and be able to make that offer come true in place. I'll get the name right at some point in time, Joaquin, I promise.
Yeah, I need to see it a couple more times. Maybe I need to download it so that I have it.
Yeah, SoCam. So how versed are you with the you being a big part of this. For the past year or so, we have been working tirelessly to become paperless and virtual, to make sure that anybody can work from anywhere. And I think that loop has provided to all of us a lot of flexibility when it comes to working. How versed are you? How do you use it? How do you integrate it with your CRM, with the people that you have already, sort of on the frying pan?
What, the technology that we use?
The dot loop. How do you use the dot loop? how do you integrate the dot loop with already the buyers that you have in place?
Well, dot loop to getting things signed up, even things that are not real estate related. Sometimes, if you need to get something to someone so that they can read it, it's really good when you share. To me, dot loop is almost like collecting. And I don't want to use a bad example, but you're collecting. What do you call it? When you're talking about a crime and you're collecting evidence. So it's a paper trail. So yeah, I didn't want to go that way. And with all the police shows I've been watching on Netflix lately, I should know that word right off the bat. But when you're doing business and you want to keep track of everything you've said and done, dot loop, besides getting signatures, is a good place to share documents so that they can, you have proof that you shared it.
Okay. One of the comments on the chat was, and this is from a millennial. So wow, you can still fax. Yes, you can. I don't know if I can take a poll with the 100+ people listening. How many people still have a fax machine? Oh no, I'm sorry. You can fax through dot loop. Interesting. I did you know you could do that? You can send it as a fax.
I haven't done it, so I guess I would have seen it there. I've only seen the three browse.
Is there a boomer button that you press to send it as a fax on the dot loop? Is it a boomer?
Maybe they haven't updated their dot loop. Maybe that's what the problem is. But the other thing with the fax is I think some people might need the paper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so going back to your to your daily routine, you open your CRM, you saw the pipeline. What messages? I mean, you say you put together a script to share with your buyers. What are the messages? Because I mean, what I'm hearing from agents that are calling me is, hey, my buyers want to wait. My buyers want to wait for this to happen, this to blow over, to see where we are in 30 days. And my response is, I completely understand and respect that this is something like we had never seen before. That doesn't mean remove them from your database and call them back in May 30th.
No, definitely not.
So what type of communications and how often are you communicating with them?
Well, if for those of you that use KV Core often, and for those of you that are not using it as much as you should, when you open up your dashboard, you're going to see who's been shopping, how long ago they looked, and what they looked at. Of course, they can favorite properties, but even if they don't favorite a property, if they've looked at it, you can go into that same property and see if you have the virtual tour for it and volunteer it to them.
Okay.
You can reach out and ask them if they're interested in that property and if they wanted to try to get maybe a FaceTime or a virtual look at it. But you're not going to know the temperature of the person you're talking to until you talk to them and see how far along they're interested. If they're ready to do something, I mean, remember, some people are trapped with family members. They were caught ready to move out and buy a home or find a new rental, and now they're stuck with relatives. So there's more urgency there than there might have been at any other time.
So one of the files that got executed yesterday is that they have moved down from Jersey. They've been living with it's not a close family, it's extended family. And they're like, you know what? Listen. Well, first, they got what we're seeing in the market is there's some sellers that are concerned and are you can say they're overreacting, or they don't want to go into the unknown with an asset, and so they got a very good deal. They got very good deal, including closing costs and everything included. So those people that you mentioned, and then that brings me to the next app. You would think that me and you planned this in advance, but we don't. The next app that I want to talk about.
I have my notes.
You have your notes. The next app that I want to talk about is what we're using right now is Zoom.
Right.
If Zoom it's for the next 30 days, and the guys, even if it's 30, if it's 45, humans are tribal. They're tribal. We like to be together. We're social beings. We're not. Yes, I know that some people are not that social, but we're social beings. So, once we get over this phase. Zoom maybe still be used, but not as much. But right now, Zoom or whatever other platform you want to use, Skype or whatever, But Zoom it's one of those connectivity face-to-face things that you can be using. So how are you having difficulty with your current customers using Zoom, or everybody's comfortable enough jumping in front of you?
No, everybody's been, I think everybody at one point or another, because of work, because of school, has used something like this, and now they're being more obligated to use it. And it's funny because for the last 2 years, I've been wanting to use Zoom or anything else that's out there because there's a lot of other products, but I don't go and get it. And on a daily basis, I'm talking to agents that need help with different things, from the MLS to dot loop to KV Core. And it's so much easier to just get online, show them your screen and do it than to try to talk them through it. So even though this has already been kind of in our lives for years, I think now it's almost like that we've been forced to use it. Now we want to use it. I at least for me, I'm going to be using this a lot more, even when things go back to normal.
So one of the questions, one comment was, you can download App Scanner and turns your pictures into PDFs, and it's easy to submit. Thank you, Caro, for that one. That is a great app. That's the same app I have on my phone. It's great for when you're on the go and you gotta submit some documents. I have Dan asking, what suggestions do you have to conduct virtual showings in real time? In real time, Dan, what I've seen our agents use is, believe it or not, is FaceTime, because it's an easier, FaceTime. It works very simple, or video chat through WhatsApp. That's what I've seen. I don't know, Joaquin, have you seen any app that is specifically just for that?
Yeah, I brought up the other day, and I'm not using it, but I read about it. And the one that Google offers, called Hangout, you don't need to have the app on your phone.
Okay.
So if you call somebody with Hangout, they can literally jump into a conference without having to download anything. And that's what I read about it. I don't have it. I haven't used it. But
what I'm seeing a lot is it's FaceTime, and a lot is Zoom. But
yeah,
the tip, Dan, was that we got in is, and actually after we went through this, I reached out to a lot of our listing agents and, hey, reach out to your sellers and already have a library in place of the videos of your property. So when Joaquin calls you, you can say, hold on, let me send you, this library of videos, so your buyer can know what the property looks like from a different perspective. Now for my uberly photoshopped bright light photos, get the real look, right?
Well, right now you look like you're in a studio. I feel like I look blue on my screen.
You do? I'm sitting actually at my office with lights on top of my head. There's nothing, this
Really?
is, so for all of you watching it, they, might not know, so all of our offices were shut down. So we are all working from home. And it's been an adaptation process to do it, but it's getting done. I gotta thank the entire team, because it's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable how easy everybody jumped into that.
Jennifer just asked a really good question, and that is a really good idea.
Do I recommend open houses? Well, I think you said it. If it's a vacant house and you're willing to follow all the protocol, and remember, you gotta keep your safety in mind. You gotta keep your safety in mind at this moment. But if you have a vacant listing, yeah, actually you can do a watch party. I've seen a couple of those watch party open houses on Facebook, on Instagram. So
yeah,
yes,
just don't put a sign outside so people don't walk in, and just lock yourself up in there, and you can do it live.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Vamos, let's go. Everybody go get one right now.
I have a lot of people that want to see my in person. How do I get some of my prospects to look up properties virtually? The question was, how do you get prospects? You're gonna have to educate them over while we get over this situation. I mean, video, a lot of video is gonna have to be it for now. We're still showing our inventory, some of our inventory, but it's being shown in a different way. It's being shown in a following the guidelines way. The listing agent tells the sellers leave the property. I mean, we had a seller that left gloves at the door because they didn't want you to touch anything. Uh, so it's, keep your social distance. So, open the door, walk into the back of the living room, let the buyers walk in, and then do like a standoff, walk around the house.
A
But I mean,
standoff, that's funny.
we have listings that are being shown. It's just we just all adapting to this current circumstances. How do I turn in my deposits? Wow, good. So we just talked about, I'm going to butcher again. We are at Canvas in partnership with Stewart, use an app called Suck Cam. It sounds like it was a vacuum cleaner app. When I first heard the name, I go, what is this? Suck? It's like a vacuum cleaner. ZOZCAM. If you don't know Erica Enid, just look it up really quick. Erica Enid, the title girl, and she will send you instructions on how to use it. You can make the deposit if you're depositing the escrow with Stewart that way. If you're one of our agents and you have another type of deposit, send a quick message to docs@canvasre.com, and we have another workaround for that. So let me go back to your CRM. You already have a pipeline, but this is the moment that everybody's sitting at home and everybody's on their phones. Everybody is on their phones, and everybody is still looking at real estate because they're, Realtor.com. When we got our stats from last week, we had, I think it was 16,000 unique views. That's heavy for a week. If I'm Ernesto and I'm a newer agent and I don't have the pipeline that Joaquin has for 27 years in the industry, what can I do to capture some interest and begin to build relationships with buyers? What can I do? Our buyers or sellers, because a lot of sellers are looking at their neighborhoods right now to see what's happening, to say, well, maybe I should take the advantage and sell. So what can they do within your CRM? What do you have to help you capture? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, going back to the CRM, we do have the landing pages and squeeze pages.
Okay.
And for those of you who are following us and don't have,
that sounds very scary to people, right? Can you explain what is a squeeze page to someone that's never heard it before? They think they're going to a massage.
A squeeze page and a landing page are basically both landing pages. It's a place for a customer to land to see information. The landing page is more information. It's a way for you to introduce yourself and give more information to a customer so that they could register and you can get what you're looking for from them, which is their contact info. A squeeze page is also a type of landing page, but that might be even more specific. So if you had a landing page that was geared for first-time home buyers, it would be an introduction to buying a home. It would have a lot more data about you in there. And then finally, a squeeze page would actually be a page where they would land and see homes in their in let's say the FHA price range.
Okay.
So there you would be giving them properties to look at, and then hopefully they'll look at a few homes. The page will trigger them to register, and if they don't register, they can't see.
That's why the squeeze comes in.
They're squeezing them.
Okay.
All right, my favorite's the landing page. You can put with our system, the landing page that we have. There's so many different things that you can do with it, and you could tailor it to your niche in the business. Whether you want to sell land, commercial property, you could focus on different market facets. One of the things that I'm always talking about that is with, let's say, if you want to sell golf course homes, or if you want to sell homes that have a pool only and be more known for that. And I don't know if you remember, Ernesto, there used to be an agent in Florida that only used to sell homes where you can land a plane in the back.
Yes.
It was one lady that did the whole state, and I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
but you would be able, the landing page lets you focus on things like that. If you want to focus on people, and one of the other examples that I like are people that are getting married, people that are getting engaged, and going back to our CMG partner with the GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, the GoFundMe is it? It's not GoFundMe, is it?
Yes.
Home funded.
Unfunded.
Home funded. I get those crossed too. With that program, if you tie it into someone who's going to buy a home and you want, following FHA guidelines, you want people to contribute, even if it's $5, $50, $100 towards the purchase of your home, they can do that. And you could be the expert for first-time home buyers that are getting married, people that are getting engaged, and so on.
So a question that before I go to the question screen, a question that was texted to me was, hey, where can I learn how to make a squeeze page or a landing page?
Right here.
But for those that are watching and they don't have the computer open, isn't there a library of videos within the CRM that takes you step by step?
Yes. Well, for us, for landing, I've done some, and they're in our business page.
Okay.
And we also I have some on my YouTube page for the KV core system. You would have to go to the people that are that did the program, the software company, to look at their how-to videos. The thing is, again, you know how we deal with things here. We don't want to take people and sit them in front of a computer for an hour looking at a video that could take 15 minutes. So we do short videos and pop them out there for you guys.
Short and sweet.
And those are under the team page.
So one of the question is there a way to make it a landing or a squeeze page to give valuations on properties for those sellers that are sitting at home, sort of worrying about the market? And then when he answers this, I'm gonna go back to everybody worrying about the market. I'm gonna go a quick rant on that, and then, but so again, the question is that how can an agent, let's pick legs of the metal, because I know you like to function in location. How can an agent right now from either our Kendall or Doral office or anybody listening create a landing? Can you create a landing or squeeze page that will offer valuation to people in that specific area?
Yeah.
And how does that feed your funnel?
There's two ways you can do that. There's one, and again, the squeeze page, we have 4 options on the squeeze page. We have single unit, which I really don't consider a squeeze page because there's only one thing to look at. The multiple property look, where you can do neighborhood zip codes, school systems, and get properties in that area. Mm-hmm. And then you have a seller squeeze page to get them to register and if they want the value of their home. But we also have the market reports. So you can do a market report for, let's say, Kendall, since you said Lakes of the Meadow, mm-hmm. and you can put that out there for people to go to and look at, and then they can subscribe to it. Or in your CRM, you could actually do those market reports to each individual for their area. And then you could choose whether it's every week, every 14, 21, or 28 days that they get the report.
Okay. So you can, okay, that's for you, the people that you already have in your CRM. But well, no, the CRM part to attach, yes, but you could also create the squeeze page and put it on Facebook.
Okay,
so you can create a squeeze page and put it on Facebook on Lakes of the Meadow values. Let's call Lakes of the Meadows, for example. And anybody that clicks that, you're gonna give them some info and then try to get them to become to sign up for more data.
You can, but I'm not sure that you can go that granular on the data. I don't think you can go to specifically Lakes of the Meadows. I would have to look, but I think
you can do by zip code. So let's pick Weston, right. 33327. You can pick that's the most of Weston, or 33027 West Pembroke Pines. So you can hone in on West Pembroke Pines, and that will be just the data that you're sharing.
And the report is, one of the things I like about what we use, it's the minimalist. It's not where you open it up and there's just a ton of different links, and it's very clean.
Okay.
It tells you how many active listings, how many pending, what the average price is, what the average days on market is, the hottest listing in the area, and the most expensive listing in the area. Really good.
So it goes good. Yeah, I was saying, it gives the meat and potatoes of that market, that specific market.
Yes. It'll tell them if those numbers, like if it says how many new listings, it'll tell you if it's going up or down. If it'll tell you if prices are going up and down, it'll have little flechitas. Let's do this in Spanglish.
Flechita.
Um,
So,
you know, yeah,
go ahead.
if I can bring something up really quick.
Yes, yes.
Yesterday, I was talking to one of the agents, and somebody's trying to negotiate with her. And the agent said that DR Horton had just lowered all their prices 20%. So I went into the MLS because I already have that as a safe search for all the DR Horton properties, and they've actually raised their prices in some cases, and none of them have been dropped. And they don't do that. None of the developers drop their
The
prices.
builders don't do that. No.
Yeah. So people, I know that you're out there and you're trying to get as much info about your market, but don't get it and don't take what you hear as a fact. Really look into it. I mean, it took me 3 minutes to look up DR Horton properties and see that that's not true.
Yeah. Builders, they cannot drop price because then it damages the rest of the neighborhood and all that. So a question that it connects with my next app to use is YouTube. You know, do you have your own YouTube channel where you have all these little video snippets that we can post and share?
Yes. I have 2 channels. One is my real estate side, and my other one is my teacher side.
Elvago.com.
It's actually broker JG is my code, and then JGRES FL I think is the one for the school.
So then for those,
and a lot of them are mixed up in there.
Yeah, for those listening, YouTube it's a great way to learn how to do anything. While we're sitting at home these days, if you have no business, or even if you have business, try to pick 30 minutes to learn how to do something and something productive. You know, I know we're all having fun, but try pick 30 minutes to learn how to do something productive. YouTube is a great channel. If you find me in YouTube, you're gonna find a lot of videos from 2010. Yes, I've been doing this since 2010. Not real estate. I've been doing real estate for 26 years, but I've been doing videos since 2010.
I'm gonna go look for that as soon as we hang.
And it's very funny because that's when the market was coming up. So if you watch my updates, with market updates, it talks about where the market was and all of those stats. And it's very funny to hear rates and to hear myself talk. So to recap on before I go on my market rant, SuckCam to deposit your escrow on your file, CMG app to get your clients qualified while you're talking to them, Zoom to talk to anybody and everybody, that loop to get that contract written and presented, YouTube to learn anything you need to learn, and Stewart Title has a file follow-up system that you can log in and see, but it's better to just send them an email. So the market, because all I keep hearing is the market.
There was a question that I don't know if you missed, but it's very important, I think. Yes. Elon asked how long you should be posting or asking for time for inspections.
Okay, Elon, I will ask in this environment for 15 days for 15 days for inspections, just to be safe, to be able to coordinate within the guidelines and the safety of everybody, so it's not a rush. And I think most sellers are amicable to that. However, if you need a rush, the 3 vendors that we use, I've been in talk with them, and they're doing inspections in 48 hours. So if you need a rush, boom, one that needs to get done right away, send me an email, evega@canvasre.com. I'll send you the number of the 3 vendors we use. Their prices are similar, just whoever you want to work with. And I can tell you that we have gotten them done in 48 hours. As a matter of fact, somebody posted one on Monday. They were doing an inspection on Monday, and they posted they did a Facebook Live from an expansion explaining to people that were watching, hey, let me explain to you what a real estate purchase inspection covers. And and I thought it was a great educational video. I mean, I watched most of it. I thought it was pretty cool. So the market, 800 plus associates. I get a lot of calls and texts and people asking me about the market. So yes, we have never, as a planet, gone through anything like this that we're going through right now. To compare this to 2008 and 9, it's doing ourselves a disservice. because we entered 2009, right, with an inventory that was already close to 10 months of inventory. Think about that. We went into the slowdown 2009 when Lehman goes under with already 10 months worth of real estate inventory. You need less than six. You need about 6 months to have a balance on the real estate market, and we were at 10. So we entered that slowdown with a very high inventory. We entered that slowdown with mortgages at 6.5%. So you have very high rates and a lot of product for those buyers to choose. Add to that that crisis at that moment was a mortgage crisis. So since there was a mortgage crisis, underwriting had been tightened tremendously, and a lot of lenders were not able to make loans. So applications were down, and even the applications that come in, it was tighter. So what I'm saying is 2008, that storm 2008, before it started, our market, our real estate market was already grinding to a halt, and then this happened. We're going into this period with an inventory in some markets below 3 months. Under $400,000, West Broward County, there's 2.7 months worth of inventory a week ago. So is this going to ramp up the inventory? I agree. Let's say that it triples, that we go to those 10 months of inventory, right? It's not going to happen overnight. A lot of agents have asked me, Ernesto, how big is this foreclosure wave going to be in 30 days? There's not going to be a foreclosure wave in 30 days. Most lenders are working on giving homeowners a period of forbearance from 3, 6, or 12 months to defer their payments. So yes, you might be unemployed, that your seller might be unemployed, but his mortgage is not due. And that seller has equity. So that seller the seller's not going to get foreclosed. And even if someone falls behind in their payments, it takes 6 months for lenders to file something in Florida, and then it'll take another 6 months for that property to close. So we are whatever wave you're expecting of foreclosures to hit our market, which I don't see, we will be a year away from that. So we're still in the middle of the storm, so there's a lot of fear and panic, and we, so that's why I tell everybody, take your meds daily. Meds, meditate or pray, exercise, have a good diet and sleep. Make sure you're taking your meds. But we will not be able to tell what we're going to be at until we actually get out of this. But if you look at the fundamentals, everything is about math. We'll be walking out of this. Yes, a very high unemployment. Unemployment is going to be the highest I think it's ever been. It's going to be close to 32, 37%. But there's a lot of programs in place to assist everybody that is going through that. So is the market going to take up in listings? Yes. But is the market going to collapse? No. Lenders, I had a conference call with the bigwigs at CMG, and they're solid. It's CMG and all of their counterparts. They're solid financial institutions that will be here to work with any buyer out there. A lot of buyers that have been sitting on the pipeline. Last time I looked, I think we have 796 approved buyers in our pipeline. That's a lot of buyers. Yeah. So all of those people are gonna wait the first 15 days, 20 days when we're out of this, and then they're gonna jump in. They're gonna jump in. So I think that I do see a market change. I don't see any appreciation this year. If you would ask me, realistically speaking, I don't see any appreciation this year. In some markets, there is going to be a correction, but in some markets, we're already having a correction. But in the $400,000, $500,000 Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County, the inventory will have to increase a lot. So and I know I told everybody it was going to be a rant, and that is my rant. Yes, we're heading into uncharted waters, but the fundamentals are right. And the support for the people that are going to go through the pain that everybody's going to go through, because we're all going to go through pain, the support is going to be there. So no, there's not going to be in 30 days 20,000 foreclosures in the MLS.
No.
That's not going to happen. And if you want to have a conversation with me and Joaquin personally about that, send us a message. But that's not what's going to happen. Even if everybody stops paying their mortgage today, you're a year away from the bank foreclosing. A year. So April Fool's 2021. So go ahead. That's my rant on the market.
Really quick, the biggest difference between this and that time is that back then it was a domino effect. So first you had foreclosures, and then let's say realtors were out of a job. So everybody in the real estate business started to lose stuff, and then the car business, and then it just kept spreading out. But what's going on right now is affecting everybody at the same exact time. So everybody's cooperating so that this doesn't stick around for a long time. Yeah. And okay, my rant was a lot shorter.
No, because I get that a lot. And I understand the fear. And I have spoken to a lot of sellers of ours, and some of them have chosen to take their homes temporarily out of the market. And some have chosen to ride it out and extend their listings. So we gotta wait until we get out of the storm to see where we land. But that magic, oh my God, the market's gonna completely be decimated by June, July. I don't see. I mean, there will be a new economy born out of this moment. I tell everybody that to me this feels, and you're from New York, so you probably felt it more. This feels like post September 11 when it comes to your heart, right? Because we all went through that, and you probably have a lot of friends and family and that were very close to what happened. So it's a feeling of that, and 2009 2010 revelation. So that's the way that I see. So I'm done with the market. Maybe Section A increases. Yes, whoever said that, I agree. Section A, and we're working right now to put together a Section A webinar with a Section A official from Broward County.
Nice.
Because that is a great assistant and a great help for a lot of people. So we're trying to put that in there. Our foreclosures are coming. Monica, no, I just finished saying foreclosure is a legal process that takes 6 months from after 6 months of the default. In Florida, the average, I think it's 5%, less than 5% of all homeowners have more than, no, go backwards. 14% of all homeowners have at least 5% of equity in their house, right? 14 to 25% of the rest of the homeowners have 30% of equity in their house. So there's plenty of equity for people just to get up and walk away. You're talking about 25% equity on a $300,000 house. That's $90,000. Nobody's going to walk away from $90,000. So are foreclosure coming? Yes, there will be foreclosures, but it's not today. You're looking at April, May 2021 because of the forbearance programs in place. So this time to become one with the system. June, I didn't understand your question. I didn't understand that question from June.
I think that means that we're the board. Become one.
Okay.
Never mind.
And then in Spanish, are people going to ask for help? Listen, you're not asking for help. I need you to put your pride aside. What we're all going through, it's none of our faults. 2009, 2010, there were a lot of risky investors that began the collapse of the mortgage situation. This time, it's nobody's fault. So it's not help. It's not going to be help. It's going to be what everybody needs to get through. Short sale classes. We're not there yet, and everybody needs to understand that the forgiveness factor of short sales, that was waved away 4 years ago. So what's going to happen? A short sale is going to come, yes, but I've been following and reading up on it. I haven't heard anywhere yet if anything is going to be offered in the event of a short sale as a system. What made short sales such a business in the past was that the seller sold the property in short sale. We took the listing. The seller walked away owing $100,000, and that was forgiven. So it made that very easy. That, which was a law, expired 6 years ago. So if you do a short sale right now and you walk away owing $100,000, you owe $100,000 personally and attached to you. So that has not, I haven't even had a conversation about that, because what the banks are saying is, we're going to give you 30, 90, or 120 or 365-day forbearance so you don't pay your mortgage to get the economy to restart, because the economy will restart.
It has to. The thing is that nobody understands. It has to.
Yeah.
Everybody has to go back to work. It's inevitable. You know, and just one last thing, because I don't know how many people out there really want to continue on this track. I know there are a lot of people that are afraid, and they're the ones that are asking the questions. But do you remember when Reagan fired all the
air traffic controllers?
The traffic controllers?
Yeah.
That started a whole new business world. All those people went out and had to go do something now. And I remember reading about that a long time ago. And we always reinvent ourselves. So in a worst case scenario, if something changes, which I really don't think it is, to me, this is like a nap for the economy. Everybody go home and take a nap and come back in a month or two and just start where you left off. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And I am tired of my nap. I want to get up already. I want to go do something.
Somebody just made a comment that that's their title, air traffic controller.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
So a question that was asked on Facebook, it's you know, that the declaration says no in-person showings. So real estate is classified as an essential business. And I checked with Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County is more lenient than Dade and Broward. But any business that you have in place, you're allowed to finish that business, right? So that is, and you can read up on it. So since we're considered an essential business, any business you have in place, it's considered, you gotta finish that business. I will research that no in-person showings are allowed. I didn't know about that. I'm gonna look that one up and get back to everybody. So that is my rant about the market. If you guys want to have a conversation about the market, I think we can do one at another point. The last app I wanted to touch on is on education and training. Like Joaquin says, you know, you're being paid, because you're gonna get paid by the government to take a vacation. So you gotta take that moment to, spend time with family, spend time with the ones that are in the house with you, and also prepare yourself. You know, so in Canvas, we have this thing called Canvas University. Well, within our Arctic platform, that has tons and tons and tons of training videos, short 30 minutes, 1 hour videos that can show you, you know, a lot of stuff to do, from, you know, like Joaquin mentioned a minute ago, MLS classes, you know, basic MLS stuff to very advanced stuff. So what are you doing? Because I know me and you share a lot of text back and forth, and I just sent you a text the other day on a class that I want to take.
Yes.
A marketing. I'm going to be taking a marketing class. It's a university level marketing class. So what classes are you taking, or what are you recommending people to take?
I've been reading a lot, which is a change of pace for me. I used to read a lot before, and I just didn't find the time. So I'm doing a lot of that. More self-discovery, more, and I can't remember what it is, but Luba just got accredited in it, is the NPL.
Okay.
What does that stand for again?
Neuro-linguistic?
Yes, neural something linguistics. If she's out there, maybe she could throw out what it's referred to. But I've been reading about that, and how your body language that you incorporate in your own for yourself could change how your mental outlook is and stuff like that. And I've been reading about
Well, can you
social
share?
media.
Can you share that NPL comment on when this gets posted so people can see it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you one of the things that I saw, and you know how everybody tells you to look up, look at the, keep your head, keep your chin up when you're not doing well. Like a moment like now, people tell you keep your chin up. Um, it when you're not in a good place mentally, you walk around looking at the floor. And if you literally just lift your head and walk looking forward and keep your eyes up, it changes how your mind thinks. And I probably butchered that idea and made it sound very simplistic, but it's true. Little things like that could
I'm
change.
bringing you in for a 15-minute talk on that later. So we're
No,
five
maybe we
minutes.
can get Luba. Luba got
Oh,
accredited in it. Maybe she'll
really?
do it.
Oh, can you reach out to her, see if she can do a little
I
session
hope
with us?
she's out there right now. Luba, throw your hand up in the air.
All right.
Anyway,
So 5 minutes to end. They're asking about RedX. For those Canvas agents, I share the RedX webinars on our private chat. They do a daily live prospecting call, and they're doing prospecting calls right now live still. So I post those in the feed. Scroll down because there's a lot of stuff in the feed. Or I don't know if you can search for anything in there, but yeah, RedX is still, the list is still going out, and the calls are still being shared. What was the other one? Oh, commercial real estate. A couple of people saying there's a lot of opportunities in commercial real estate. And this moment of uncertainty, there's opportunity in anything, because there are just some sellers, uh, maybe more than likely investor sellers, that are hedging, are making a decision of liquidating now and moving on than going through something. So if is it an opportunity market? Yes, because of the uncertainty in place. If you have an investor that you're working with, is this the best time to make the offer? Yes. Last week, two offers got executed at unbelievable prices with unbelievable seller concessions that I couldn't believe. But hey, it is what it is. So those are sellers that wanna liquidate. So yeah, there is during the next 30 days, and there's going to be a lot more opportunity. So everybody that has a pipeline of buyers, you should be calling to see how they're doing. If first of all, and then let the conversation go where it goes, and at that moment, talk about marketing opportunities. Last question I got, Joaquin. Is it safe to show properties right now?
yeah, if you're careful, sure.
That's my answer is the same. It's all about taking the precautions. If you're gonna show property, ask the sellers to leave the house. Open the doors, stay away 6 feet away from everybody. Follow whatever protocol, because every city in Broward County and Dade County is different. Follow whatever protocol is there before showing the property. Like what I said at the beginning of the class, reach out to the listing agent, see if the homeowner can send you a couple of videos, and see if you do process of elimination, you determine if that is a goal for that buyer or not before you get out in the car and go show that property.
Sticking to safety, and I've always incorporated this into the classes, because there are a lot of women in our business, and you always have to be careful when you're showing properties. But if you incorporate some of the things that I share in the classes, if you go to a vacant property and you're not familiar with the person you're meeting there, open the door, stay on your phone, and let them in so that they can look around. Do the same thing, but now it's not a person. Open up, let them walk around inside the property. Maybe you can get there first, preview it, come back out, let them walk in. That way the social distancing is beyond your 6 feet. And when they come out, you can chat about it standing 10, 12 feet apart, whatever you want to do, or go back home and Zoom. But you can show property like that. You don't have to all be there at the same time. And as far as people living in the home that you're showing, if they're up for that, then sure, get a mask if you have them. We've seen all the creative masks that have been coming out with people using anything from underwear to bras and stuff like that. But people are making masks. So.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for your time, and I think all of our everybody watching this is going to thank you for our time. We'll be doing this every Wednesday and Friday, and I'm doing a couple of more with Joaquin. but now Joaquin owes me an off-the-calendar class with Luba to talk about, neurolinguistics. Guys, stay safe. First of all, stay safe. Uh, believe that this will pass, because this, like everything else that we've gone through in life, will pass. And we'll be better for it. Our industry will be better for it. One thing I heard yesterday afternoon from an agent was, I have had to learn all of the tech that we had in a week. When I haven't done it a year, I've done it in a week. And I have realized that it's a lot easier for me to do it the tech way than the way I was doing it. And I said,
that a kicker?
Thank you. It's like I was printing copies, scanning copies, dropping off checks at office, driving here, driving there. I'm literally doing everything from my phone now. And I said, I know. And you haven't learned how to prospect from your phone now. So we got to get you to do that next.
Really quick for the Canvas folks that are out there,
Yes.
if you were expecting me to show you hands-on with a screen how to do landing and squeeze, I will put in a class now in our business page, and feel free to join, and I'll wait to see who comes on.
Okay, you doing that right after this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I thought I was
go
going to be doing that this morning.
Well, I don't know. That was the idea, but
well, no. If
it went the
anybody, I
other
don't
way.
want anybody to be disappointed. So if they want to join in, I'm going to put a Zoom link in our team page, and you're welcome to come in. Or should I do it out there, just everywhere?
I'm okay either way. I gotta jump in one quick call, and I'll be jumping into that one next. Everybody, Thank you for watching. We'll be doing more of this stuff. Stay safe. Don't hit pause on your business. Do not hit pause on your business. Otherwise, it's gonna be harder to start. Keep it moving. Thank you, everybody.
Ciao. Bye.